Olympus Has Fallen, or Die Hard in the White House, as it should be called. North Koreans have taken over the White House inevitably because they are now the go-to guys for non-specific movie villains.
Maybe that's right.
Yeah, but of course that didn't happen as a result of it. It just happened because at any time, Hollywood screenwriters are looking around for a bunch of people to. In Red Dawn, it was the Chinese, and then they realised they were going to lose the Chinese market, so they went through and turned them. They actually changed the nationality into a market that they weren't going to sell films in anyway. So,
if you're looking for a rogue country, North Korea is a pretty safe bet.
But this is rogues from within a rogue country. It is very clearly so that they don't. Anyway, they take over the White House. They kidnap the prez. They now start to have their finger on the nuclear button. Their only hope is Gerard Butler, who's a security man who some time ago failed to save the First Lady. There was an accident in which he was the security guard and he failed. Now, we know, this isn't a plot spoiler incidentally, this happens at the very, very beginning, and we know that the First Lady isn't going to survive more than the first 10 minutes because there's a sequence at the beginning in which her and the President are seen loving each other and being very much in love in a movie way which goes, one of these people is going, and you know that one of them is going to be kidnapped, so it's the other one. So anyway, what can they do? What can they possibly do? I know, they form radio contact with Gerard Butler doing his very best Bruce Willis impersonation because he's the only person. What can save the world is a clip.
Are there any survivors with you?
Negative, sir. They wiped us out. They have commandos roaming the hallways with enough explosives to take out an army. Looks like the doors and windows are rigged with C4 explosives. Who knows what other tricks they have up their sleeves. Any team coming in is going to be ringing the front doorbell pretty loud. They shut the power down, the lights off, and I assume they closed the air vents. I killed the surveillance, but I don't know how long that's going to last. Where's Connor?
We have no status of his location, but he's presumed to still be inside.
Well, they're looking for him. They have his photo. Sir, I'm here. Use me.
Okay, Banning. Sit tight. We'll get back with you.
Would I be right in saying that's one of the more low-key moments from the movie?
Yeah. The funny thing about this, even listening to that, you realise how much they've ripped off Die Hard. There's the radio calls to the superiors, many of whom keep telling him to stand down, stand down. He's alone. But they said, no, he's the only person we've got that they keep telling him to stand down. He's got trouble with his relationship. At the beginning, we see his partner saying, oh, it's terrible because you always spend all your time at work. And he promises he's going to get home, honey. He's going to get... But then he's in the thing and there's all this terrorist stuff happening and it's very difficult to tell what's going on. Then halfway through... whilst he's prowling the corridors of the White House, he intercepts somebody who pretends to be friend, but is actually... I have seen every single one of those scenes before. You also know that the White House is terrible things are going to happen to the White House, partly because you've seen the trailer, but partly because Aaron Eckhart, who's playing the president, looks a bit like Bill Pullman. So you're thinking, oh, that's the bit from Independence Day. Once the president has been kidnapped, Morgan Freeman is given the job of acting president. Somebody says, you are now acting president. You go, well, that's okay, because he has acted the president before. He is president in Deep Impact, and he's God in Bruce Almighty. So, of course, this is... we were talking before about the thing with, Oblivion ticking the boxes. I mean, this is the most lazy box-ticking exercise. It is just that bit from that bit from that bit from that. It is like somebody had a meeting in which they went, I know, let's do Die Hard in the White House with a bit of Independence Day and Gerard Butler. And someone went, that'll be fine. How much you got? 70 million? Bang, do it. And they did. And the funny thing about it was, firstly, it doesn't look like a film on which they spent $70 million because some of the special effects do look a little bit hokey. But whereas Die Hard, people forget how great the first Die Hard was. People forget how well written it is. People forget how, Cowboys and Indians in the Towering Inferno. Cowboys and Indians in the Towering Inferno, brilliant idea. Die Hard in the White House, not so brilliant idea.
But also, and I haven't seen it.
But you kind of have.
I kind of have, but also if anyone has watched numerous series of 24...
Yeah.
The White House appears to be the most vulnerable building in the whole of America.
Yeah.
It appears as though anyone can go in and either shoot the president, take the president hostage. I mean, it has been that whole thing about going into the White House and kidnapping the president. Seen it. Jack Bauer sorted that out ages ago.
I know, but Jack Bauer wasn't up against Gerard Butler. It was one of those odd...
No, they'd have been on the same side. Wouldn't they? Jack Bauer's a goodie. No, he'd be on the same side. He would find Gerard Butler.
That's right. Because if they had the two of them in that case, the North Koreans would never even got in through the front door.
No,
that was the fundamental problem. They didn't have Kiefer and Gerard together at last.
24 has done this. I don't know why.
Well, the surprising thing was that of the week's movies, this was the one I thought, you know what, I might actually really enjoy this. And then I found myself going, running, jumping,
where's Pierce
shooting.
Brosnan when you need him?
Where's Bruce when you need him?
Okay.